Good morning, students. Hello, everyone. Mm, Welcome again. This time we are going to learn the same topic, the previous same topic, that is using string and random modules. Using string and random modules. Okay. This is continued from chapter 4, that is using Python libraries. This is for myself, Fayaz Akhtar. And the topic is for class 12 computer science students. Okay, now uh, just want to give you a brief about what we have learned in the previous class. See here, using Python libraries. First we learn that what is a library. Okay, we know that a library is a collection of modules. It is a library is a collection of modules. Okay, or we can say packages. Why it is a collection of modules? It is for to write or to make some projects with a specific type of application or requirements. Okay, a single library can have several modules. एक single library में बहुत सारा modules हो सकता है. Some commonly Python libraries are Python standard library, okay, NumPy library and matplotlib library. Okay, these libraries are having so many modules. Okay, if we want to include or import in our program, we have to we have to give the module name with the import statement. But for Python standard library, there is no need to write import statement. Okay, so some built-in statement built-in functions are already available with our Python programming language. So those we don't need any import statement for that. Okay, but some other standard library modules, say for example math module, random module, we need to import these modules using the import statement. So what is a library? Is a collection of modules. And what is a module? Module is just a file. Okay, it is a file .py file, which the file which we use to create while writing Python program. Okay, so it is a file, but this file does not contain the main program, okay, or the top level program, top level statement. These modules do not contain any top level statements. Okay, when we try to execute these modules, then it won't execute. Okay, however, these modules contains variables. Okay, variables or constants, variables, classes, class definitions, statements, and some functions. Okay, the major purpose of these modules to collect functions, okay, related to particular one task. Okay, एक one area of application, one area of applications. Okay, एक एरिया का एप्लीकेशन का सारे फंक्शंस को कलेक्ट करके एक मॉड्यूल में रखा जाता है. Okay, the major purpose of these modules that we have to import this module in our program, and then finally we use these functions, okay, these functions in our program to make our program robust, okay, powerful, and complex, and also easier way to create lengthy projects or lengthy programs. Okay, because all the functions or the necessary functions are already defined in this module. Just we need to call those functions in our program to utilize this function, utilize the benefits of this function, to do some complex work with our program. Okay, these functions are already defined in a module. So we need to import in our program to use these modules. So these are the modules. Now we know how to import modules. Just there are two methods to import a module. First we have to give the import statement, then module name. If we want to import more than one module, we can give all the names of the modules separated by comma. The second way is using the from command. okay, from module name, and then import, and then object name. Okay, object name means function name. Function name we have to give, constant or function name, variables name we have to give. Okay, whatever the variables is available in the module we have to give. From statement, the major difference of these from and import statement is that we can import entire module using the import statement, and we can import selective objects using the from command, from statement. Okay, so these are the differences between these two things. Okay, and one more thing is required to be known to us, that if we use import statement, okay, if we use import statement to import modules, then we need to add module name with the function name which we are using in our program. Suppose we are using math module, okay, and that module is imported using the import math module, and we want to use square root function, then we need to write math dot square root. Okay, module name must come each and every time we use any function of that module. Okay, if we import module using import statement. But in case of from module, if we are using from statement to import objects, selective objects, then we need not to write the module name when we use the function name, function of that module. So see here, just to call a square root function, we need to write a square root of function number. Okay, so need not to write any module name before it using the dot operator if we are importing that module using the from statement. So using these two statements we can import any module. So just we are checking that it is, you are seeing it clearly or not. Using these two statements we can import. Okay, thank you. It is going good. Now next, see, using Python standard library functions and modules. So many functions are built-in functions. Okay, built-in functions. When we install Python language in our computer, that software we install in our computer. Okay, and when we start ideally means the Python ideally, yeah, Python interface. Okay, then what happened? Python interface or ideally, then what happened? These built-in functions are automatically imported or attached with our software, with our editor, with our Python editor, automatically attached. Okay, so for these built-in function we need not to import any module, any separate module. You can think about that. So you can many times you have used input statement, print statement, and type statement. Okay, for those statement or those functions we have import any module, so there is no need of import any module. Okay, so these things are there. Okay, so many other functions are there which also need not to import any module. Some mathematical functions, just say for example, these are the list of mathematical functions which we can use in our program without importing any of the module. Okay, we need not to import math module. Okay, we need not to write any import statement like import math. Okay, to use these functions, import math to use these functions, this is not required. Okay, to use these functions. Now you see example, we have given you so many example how to use those functions. See, built-in functions we are using. Okay, similarly some string functions are also attached or available with our Python language, Python interpreter, and for those string function we again don't need to import the string module. We don't need to import a string module. Okay, this is not needed. So those functions here, a list is given. Okay, and we have already discussed about these functions. So you have already seen so many program examples to use string functions, built-in string functions. Always you see that we have not mentioned any import statement when we use any built-in functions. Okay, now working with some standard library modules. See, built-in function we have known, some standard library modules. Okay, let's say for example math module. Suppose we need some specific function to use, okay, which are not available as built-in function, then we have to import math module in our program to use mathematical functions which are available in this math module. So that this time to use any math module which is not a part of built-in functions, we need to import math module, okay, using the import statement, import math. Okay, so many functions are there, some constants are also there. Pi is a constant, just you have to write pi, not pie. Pi you have to write, okay, this is the constant value. Say for similarly e, exponent is also a constant value, okay, constant variable. If we want to use this constant variable, we need to import math module, and then we have to use that constants or values using the math module, okay, by applying the module name with the constant variable name, okay, math.py, okay, math.e, like this you have to give. If you are importing math module or the object using the from command, then need not to write any module name before using any function or any variable, okay. So this is the things. Now we have already learned degrees and radians. These are the functions which is needed to convert angles from degrees to radians and radians to degrees, okay. So we have already seen that. Some programs we have given here to implement the math module, okay. So tan function and pi function, pi variable we are using to calculate area of a regular polygon, okay. Similarly we are calculating roots of quadratic equation using this function. Here we are using square root function only, okay. Now similarly we are calculating arc length of an angle, okay. So we are using the pi constant variable here. Similarly we are here converting binary number to decimal number, any binary number 0101 number to decimal number. This is the program we have given, and here we have used pow function of math module. See, we have imported that pow function using the from method, from statement, so we need not to write module name with the pow function. These are the things. Now come to string module. Some string functions are already available with inbuilt functions are available with our Python, ideally Python software. So but for some specific string functions, string constant variables, we need to it is needed to import a string module, okay, using the import. So what are those? Those are ASCII letters, ASCII lowercase, uppercase, digits. These are the list of statements. Now we have written a program to use a string for constant variables. So these are the outputs. We have already seen this. Some implementation also done. The complete program we are giving here, okay. See, we have written a function to find the longest word in a list of words, list of strings. Then we are writing here function to capitalize first and last letter of a string, okay, each word of a string. So similarly we are here converting uppercase letter to lowercase letter and lowercase letter to uppercase letter and vice versa, okay. We are doing here, we have written the function, okay. See, again we have written some function to do some special type of work on the string, okay. Just we are asking for a string, and if the string contains any digits, okay, those digits are collected and converted to number, okay. First those digits are collected from string and then converted to number, and then find the sum of each digit of the number. Okay, sum of each digit of the number. This is the program we have written here. Next, a practical implementation we have done here, that we have written a user defined function to replace all vowels in a string with a star. Okay, this is the program to replace all the vowels, okay, a, e, I, o, u vowels, either it is in capital or small letter, converted to star. Every vowel will be replaced with star. Okay, see the output here. This is the program. Now this time we are going to use random module. Okay, random module as a special type of module to generate random numbers. Okay, and this is the today's topic we are going to learn. See here. Okay, to use any of the random functions, okay, we need to import random module. First, we should know that what is a random number. What is a random number? These random module functions are used to generate random numbers. What is this random number? See here, any number which comes by chance, okay, by chance or randomly, that number is known as random number. Okay, say for example, within a range, suppose from 1 to 100, we want a number, just guess a number. Suppose we have guessed 74. Now this is a random number. This is treated as random number. Similarly, if you want a number to guess a number from 1 to 100, say for example 34 we have guessed, this is a random number. Similarly, you can you have used so many times to while playing games, these random numbers we have used in real life very much. Okay, while playing some games like Ludo, say for example Ludo, there is a dice, okay, dice, and that dice is having numbers from 1 to 6. What numbers they are having? From 1 to 6. When we throw a dice, okay, what happened? Any one number is placed on the top. Okay, that number may be 1, the number may be 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 6, or from 1 to 6 there may be any one number on that. Which number we cannot predict. Okay, we cannot predict. Okay, randomly it will display any number between 1 to 6. This is known as random number. This is known as random. Suppose we want to write some programs which uses to generate or to use some random numbers. Okay, random number की जरूरत है, ऐसा प्रोग्राम बनाना चाहते हैं. सपोज डाइस का ही प्रोग्राम बनाना चाहते हैं, लूडो का ही प्रोग्राम बनाना चाहते हैं, then this random module is very much helpful to generate random numbers. Okay, unpredictable number. So there are two major functions. Okay, so many functions are there, but two major functions which we are going to discuss, that random function and randint function. Random function, what it does, it gives us floating point number. What it does, it gives us floating point number in the range 0 to 1. Okay, excluding 0 and 1, it will won't give you 0 and 1, but in between it will give you a one floating number. Say for example, when we have executed random function and we have got this number 0.0223731933431. This is the number we have got when we have used random function. Okay, when you use, you may get some different numbers. Okay, different set of numbers. Okay, but those all numbers will be in the range 0 to 1. Okay, 0 to 1, excluding 0 and 1. It will never give you 0, it will never give you 1. Okay, these 0 and 1 will be excluded, but in between the number, a floating point number 0.01, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, this type of numbers will be given. Okay, and the second function, that is randint function, okay, it requires two values, okay, a and b, means it requires a range number, a number range. Okay, and this function will generate an integer number. What? Integer number. Integer number means without having decimal places number. In the range, whatever range we will give a to b, within this range it will give you that random number. Okay, say for example, we have given you here, we are using the function randint function. Okay, and the range we are giving 17 and 37. Okay, these both numbers are included numbers. Okay, included numbers means this function may give you 17 also, this function may give you 37 also. Okay, so it is giving 18, and in between any number will be given, and that number will be of integer type number. Okay, I suggest you that if you want to write any program to simulate the throwing of dice, okay, simulation करना चाहते हो dice को throw करने का, then you must use this rand_int function, not the random function, rand_int function you must use. It will give you integer number, okay, because dice is having only the integer numbers 1 2 3 4 like this, not the floating point numbers. So here we are giving you some example how to use random function. See here, in a school fest, 3 randomly chosen students out of 100 students having roll numbers 1 to 100. Suppose 100 students are having 1 to 100 numbers, 1 2 3 4 like this up to 100. Okay, 100 students are there. Only 3 students we have to select. Okay, roll number of 3 students we have to select. Okay, and those numbers must be random number. Okay, any haphazard number, any unpredictable number may be there. So we are creating here program. Okay, and that program will give you 3 students random numbers randomly. Okay, so how to use? First we have to import the random module, and then S1 random.randint function we have to use here like this. Okay, randint with included with the module name random.randint, and range we have given 1 to 100. Okay, similarly this statement is executed 3 times to get 3 different numbers, 3 different roll numbers. Okay, so 3 different roll numbers we have hold those numbers in the variable S1 S2 S3. Okay, student 1 student 1 2 student 3, and these 3 numbers is displayed, and see the output here. Output is displayed like this. Okay, 34 36 and 35. Okay, now this chapter we have finished. Some assignments we are going to give you. Okay, these assignments are like this. Okay, just see here what are the assignments, and how can we calculate these or write these programs. See here, first we are giving you write a user defined function to calculate area of triangle. Area of triangle you have to calculate. Okay, for this program you must area of triangle you are calculating. The formula of area of triangle you are knowing that it is half base into height. Okay, this is the formula for a triangle, half base into height. So 2 inputs you require, base and height. Okay, so write a program and take 2 parameters. 2 parameter लो, b and h for base and height. Okay, and then within the function you calculate the area of triangle. How to calculate the area of triangle? Just write area equals to 1 by 2 into b into h. Okay, this will calculate your area, and then return this area. Okay, return area. Now the function is completed. Just these 2 statements is needed. Okay, and here you have to write def a triangle area. Okay, try area like this, and a b and h 2 variables you have to take. Okay, only this is the function, 3-line function is there you have to write. And if you want to write the complete program, you want to call this function in your main program, then you have to write the main part of the program, and then finally you can call that program by first you have to input the value for the base and height, and then these 2 values will be passed to this function by calling the function, and then whatever it return the result, that result you have to display using the print statement. Okay, then second question is write a user defined function to convert a string with more than 1 word into title case string, where a string is passed as a parameter. Okay, title case means the first letter of each word is capitalized. Okay, first letter of each word you have to calculate capitalized, that is title case you have to take, and using a string. Okay, you have to write a user defined function. So a function you have to write. one parameter with one parameter, and then that parameter must be string, and then using for loop, okay, you can use split function, okay, sp for this split split function you can use to separate each and every word of the string, okay, हर वर्ड को सेपरेट करने के लिए स्प्लिट फंक्शन यूज कर सकते हो फॉर लूप यूज करके, और उसके पहला जो लोकेशन होगा, पहला जो लेटर होगा, उस लेटर को कैपिटल कर देना है बस। पहला लेटर कैपिटल करने के लिए हमें इंडेक्स नंबर 0 का लेना होगा, इंडेक्स नंबर 0 पर जो होगा लेटर वही पहला लेटर होगा, उसको कैपिटल कर देना है। कैसे कैपिटल करोगे? अपर फंक्शन यूज करके, ओके। सो मेनी फंक्शंस यू कैन, अगर इसमें हेल्प लेना चाहते हो तो ये एक प्रोग्राम हमने दिया था, इसमें यूज़ किया था तुम लोग प्रोग्राम, वो प्रोग्राम का हेल्प ले सकते हो। जैसे कि स्ट्रिंग में कैपिटलाइज योर फर्स्ट लेटर, फर्स्ट एंड लास्ट लेटर, हियर वी हैव यूज द अपर फंक्शन यूज़ किए हैं। स्प्लिट फंक्शन यहाँ पर देखो स्प्लिट भी यूज़ किया हुआ है, तो इससे हेल्प ले सकते हो, बहुत सारा हेल्प मिल जाएगा तुम्हें इससे, ओके। ये वाले प्रोग्राम से कैपिटलाइज फर्स्ट एंड लास्ट लेटर से हेल्प मिल जाएगा। यू हैव टू यूज टाइटल केस करना है, इसी को प्रोग्राम को थोड़ा सा हेल्प करके कर सकते हैं, ठीक है। सो नेक्स्ट थर्ड प्रोग्राम इज लाइक दैट, राइट अ फंक्शन डिलीट कैर which takes two parameters, one is a string and other is a character, okay। एक डिलीट कैर एक फंक्शन बनाना है जिसमें से दो आर्गुमेंट लेना है, स्ट्रिंग और एक कैरेक्टर। The function should create a new string after deleting all the occurrence of the character from the string and return a new string, okay। अब ये क्या करेगा, जो कैरेक्टर जो प्रोवाइड किया गया है वो सारे कैरेक्टर को उस स्ट्रिंग से, जो स्ट्रिंग को प्रोवाइड किया गया उसे डिलीट कर देना है, सारे ऑकरेंसेस को डिलीट कर देना है, और जो नया स्ट्रिंग मिलेगा वो स्ट्रिंग को रिटर्न कर देना है, ओके। दिस यू कैन डू यूजिंग द फॉर लूप यूज करके कर सकते हो, और फॉर लूप विल गिव यू ईच एंड एवरी लेटर, ओके, सिंगल लेटर एट ए टाइम, एंड देन यू कैन कंपेयर दोज लेटर। इफ द लेटर इज दैट पर्टिकुलर लेटर, देन डोंट अपेंड फंक्शन यूज करना होगा, या अपेंड फंक्शन या प्लस सिंबल यूज करके तुम सारे को लेटर को एक एक करके न्यू स्ट्रिंग में अटैच कर सकते हो, ओके। यू ट्राई इट योरसेल्फ। नाउ फोर्थ क्वेश्चन हमारा है, राइट अ प्रोग्राम टू प्रिंट ऑल द नंबर ऑफ ऑकरेंसेस ऑफ ए सब स्ट्रिंग इनटू ए लाइन यूजिंग बिल्ट इन स्ट्रिंग फंक्शन फाइंड, ओके। सो क्या करना है, प्रिंट करना है नंबर ऑफ ऑकरेंसेस। एक स्ट्रिंग इनपुट दिया जाएगा, एक स्ट्रिंग होगा, ठीक है, और एक सब स्ट्रिंग होगा। उस स्ट्रिंग पर्टिकुलर स्ट्रिंग में ये सब स्ट्रिंग को ढूंढना है, जितनी बार होगा वो उसके क्या करना है, उस सारे राइट प्रोग्राम टू प्रिंट द नंबर ऑफ ऑकरेंसेस, जितनी बार होगा उसको काउंट करके डिस्प्ले करना है। जस्ट यू हैव टू काउंट द नंबर ऑफ ऑकरेंसेस, इसमें काउंट करना है नंबर ऑफ ऑकरेंस कितना बार आया है यूजिंग द फाइंड स्टेटमेंट। हाउ यू कैन डू, जस्ट use your programming skills. Hope you can understand this chapter very well. Thank you. And these assignments you have to do, and following some objective type question we are going to give you. Those objective questions you also have to complete, okay. Thank you all.